No metropolitan government or any transit authority created by any metropolitan government shall, number one, construct, maintain, or operate any bus, rapid transit system using a separate lane, or two, load or discharge passengers at any point within the boundary lines of the state highway or state highway right-of-way not adjacent to the right-hand lateral curb line. That's basically all it does. That is exactly what I'm proposing, and it's very clear, succinct.
The last bill we had talked about, of course, the bus rapid transit system and using a separate lane, and it said basically this is okay if three parties agree with it. And the first one would be the legislative body of a metropolitan government. The second person is the Commissioner of Transportation. Now, I think what caused people the heartburn is the third thing. It says, and by the General Assembly. The language that I would like to add to the bill as it's before us now with that amendment and for discussion, would go ahead and leave in there, and by the General Assembly, but add the words, as evidenced by approval of TDOT's budget in the Annual Appropriations Act, which recognizes that TDOT will bring a budget forward that says, here are the road projects for rapid transit that we are funding. And it is our prerogative to decide whether or not we appropriate state dollars at that time. And that is our proper function. We're not voting on whether amp up or amp down today. We're just agreeing on a process where those people who are in charge of either metro dollars or state dollars, in the future, we will have a say in it.
The legislative process continues. You now have different offerings in the House and the Senate, so the conversation's got to be able to continue. But I think what you saw in the House committee meeting was a good debate of retaining the control of local transit projects in local governments. You always anticipate when you make transformative moves like this that there's going to be ongoing debate. So we're glad to see this debate happening, and we see this debate as an advancement of the project, the understanding of people in the community.
In the Senate, they said they didn't want it to go down the center lane of the road for safety reasons. If you think about every citizen having to cross the road to get on the bus, every citizen, then you're looking at more people probably being injured and hit. It's nothing to prevent the mayor from doing it, but from a safety standpoint, the Senate thinks it should go down the right-hand lane. In the House, I think accountability was brought in today. They said last week an amendment was put on that the General Assembly would have to approve it. The additional amendment to the amendment today kind of explains how that works. If it's in the budget and the House approves it and the General Assembly approves it, then it's approving the amendment. So it's more accountability by the state, but again, West End Avenue is a state road. It's state route number 1. So therefore the state is involved in this project. It's not just a metro project.